Welcome to yoga. So let's see, what you could do is move into butterfly at first and just begin there by opening into the legs, into the inner thigh. So a variety of ideas today. What I would like to focus on for intention is practicing remembering your gratitude. What are you grateful for in your life? Even in this moment as you move, you might be grateful to feel the breathing and how your body moves and responds to what you ask of it. And so gratitude. So the ideas that I'll teach today are going to definitely be about opening the shoulder, the chest. Also be definitely some bowing forward. Okay, so kind of a symbol of gratitude of bowing down. And also down into the hips. And so I deeply want to stretch the hips. This combination will not get into many standing poses. It'll be more down low. So there we go. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do now is switch your body around into child's pose. And this sequence should warm you up for the second video that I want to make for gratitude that is going to be a little more active and lifted into some standing poses. So now reaching forward, letting the hips fall back. Maybe rocking a few times into the hips, into the lower back. And bowing your head down and taking 3 or 4 breaths here. And just taking a little moment to settle into your yoga practice. And now you're going to make your way up and move on up into hands and knees so we can move our spine. So please make your knees happy. Take a moment to pad them up if you like. You look down at your fingers and you spread your fingers apart, so make little stars with your hands. Tuck your toes for a moment. They don't have to stay tucked, but start with them that way for a moment so you can stretch your feet like so. And then come up to your tabletop position. And begin to move into your spine. Inhale, draw your heart forward. And then exhale, tuck and curl from the lower spine, mid to upper. So you want to feel and imagine each little part of your spine moving from the bottom to the top. Your spine is definitely a part of the body to appreciate and to notice. The spine is the lifeline of the body. The messages that come down from your brain connect down through your spine and out through nerves, telling your body all different sorts of things to do. Connecting your mind to your body. So feeling this stimulation of the spine, waking it up is so helpful for you. Inhale and exhale. And then center it out. Cool. Let's have a little appreciation for our fingers and our hands. So reaching out, turn your palms up, notice them, and wiggle your fingers. And now take your thumb and tap it to each finger, pinky, down the line, all the way, and then go back. And so a couple times, just do that little touching through. And then wiggle the fingers again, and then turn the palms down. And just 1 or 2 breaths here in child's pose. And then move the hands back and make your way up. And do a couple seated ideas. So I'm going to reach out and take my pillow and make sure I have comfort in my seat. I have nearby a scarf because I want to open the chest. However, you can also interlace your fingers so you don't need to have a scarf, but I have it there just in case. So first, warming up through that area, take the fingers out and then turn the palms towards the front. And again, a little wiggle of the fingers like we were just doing. And then as you're ready, inhale it up. And then exhale it down. And again, inhale up. And exhale down and back. And one more of those. Inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale. Good. Kind of shake that out. I want to take an extra moment now to open up through the heart and the chest and the back. So check this out. Stick with me. This is familiar, but I'm going to add on to it. So fingers here. You're going to inhale, open. Stay with that. Exhale here. Now inhale, open your wings. Imagine. And then exhale, fold them back in. Good. Inhale here again, palms forward. Inhale, pressing forward. Exhale. Stay out here tucked. Turn your palms up. Inhale. Exhale, turn your palms down. Nice. Now inhale, drop back. And exhale, release the arms down. And now relax that. Close your eyes a moment and feel into your shoulders. I want to do that one more time. I want to practice that on you one more time. Hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale here. Inhale, open the wings. Exhale, folding it in. Inhale, open. Exhale, pressing forward. Keep it out there. Inhale, palms turn up. Exhale, palms turn down. Inhale, back. Exhale, settling it down. Good. Perfect. Okay. So now with all that beautiful warming up, I want to take one moment to open with the scarf by taking the hands behind. However, you can also just interlace your fingers. I'm going to turn sideways. So begin to open your chest. What you can do is grab two spots of the scarf, or you can interlace your fingers and roll the shoulders back and down. And then maybe practice lifting up a little bit. Drop your head slightly and breathe deeply into your open heart. And releasing that. Good. All right, you can set that aside if you needed that. And set your legs up like this. We're going to do a few windshield wipers. Start to move into our legs a little bit, warming them up. So taking it to your right, your head turns to the left. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale, other side. A couple more of these. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. And now center it out. We're going to find a figure four on each side. Okay, so waking up the hips, really sweet and simple here. So pick a leg. Whatever leg comes first. This might be your right side if you're mirroring me. And I'm going to be seated. If you prefer rolling to your back at this time for your figure four, you go right ahead. So just taking a little time, rocking it maybe a few. Feel some range of motion within the stretch. Good. This foot that's crossed over, maybe move it a couple times. So now I'm going to turn this into a twist. So I'm going to scoot my hips back underneath me and take the bottom leg out and set it real purposeful, and the foot's over the top. Now the foot can be next to me. Remember that? When you do a twist, either one, it's where you're going to get a better twist. So I take my hand behind and I press my body tall and twist into it. So if you want to hook an elbow, if it feels ready to do, you hook that elbow, but then again, lift your body up. So take the elbow out and use your hand instead if you feel like you cannot lift and open your heart into your twist. That is the important key. One more deep breath here. And then unhook, unwind, take the legs out, and switch to your second side. So figure four in here, lifting up, and the hips underneath you. Remember, perfectly fine to practice the figure four on your back. Little movement. And then I'm going to move the foot a little bit, kind of notice that connection. So now thinking about that twist, twisting to cleanse the body. So keeping your body healthy. Take the leg out. Using the hand behind you to press your body tall. Chest, heart is lifted to the sky. Adjusting with hands, elbows, feet, all that good stuff until this twist is what you want it to be. So gratitude for that. Deep breath here. Nice. And then unhook, unwind. And now you are ready to move on. So you're going to shift your body around and come into child's pose. So I've always loved, at one point I kind of began to feel that child's pose was a little bit like a bowing down. Little expression of gratitude towards yourself, towards anything you want in this moment. You just kind of take yourself there into all the beautiful things that you are thankful for. We'll be coming back to this child's pose a couple times, okay? So now you're going to move up to hands and knees. And pad your knees if you like. We'll start off with a couple more spine movements and then move into lunges. So look how far apart my knees are. Notice the spread of my fingers. Move into your spine. Inhale. And then exhale, curl, tailbone all the way up. Appreciation for that movement in your body. So I've been noticing some sensitivity in my knee as I do the low lunges, and I don't want that. I want to be really happy and comfortable. So I'm actually going to use my big pillow underneath my knee and bring the right leg forward, and it'll work just fine. It'll work good for this one. Okay, so the knee is happy, and I bring it far enough forward. So you have a long diagonal and a straight line here. Good. Hang out with that a little bit. Deep breath. So now, what about letting it draw back into the hamstring for a moment, kind of bowing your head down. And deep breath here. We'll do this again. So come forward, inhale, forward, exhale here. And then draw it back into that hamstring again. And let your body, if it feels good, bow down into it. Deep breath here. And now coming forward into the low lunge, I'm going to bring our hands, our arms to the inside and take this foot and move it out a little bit. See that? And now we are going to begin to play. First of all, you're hugging the knee in. The first one, you put the big toe down and you hug it in. And maybe you come a little bit lower. Maybe you're like, oh, this is perfect. I am happy and grateful here. It's all beautiful and good, I promise. Noticing what your hips are saying. Good. So now what if you allow it to open? Perfect. Anybody wants to come lower. A few of you might be more happy if you like bring it all the way down. Here's my fingers. And bow into that a little bit. Okay. And then come up. I'm going to take this leg one more step. So I'm going to bring the knee in. Lift the back knee up. The pillow is fine there. It can just hang out. And from here, I'm going to get a little more active and draw it back and forward. So 3 more times. Working into those awesome legs, waking them up, stretching those beautiful hips. All right, there you go. So take that leg back. Then we'll switch to the second side. Bring the second leg through, feel the distance between the 2 legs, long diagonal. Deep breath here. Good. So now you can draw it back into the hamstring and see how it feels to bow into that. Take a deep breath here. And again, coming forward, inhale. Exhale, and then draw it back, bowing in. Coming forward into your lunge, now you move it out a little bit. Hands to the inside and play with the leg hugging in at first. Big toe presses down. And then, do you want to lower? No pressure. Always be happy with what you're doing, okay? Just kind of check it out and see if your body is talking to you that day. See if it's ready for that or not. Love it. Now I'm going to release that big toe and allow it to open more. Woo! Lower. Some of you, I know some people do love to come down into this one. Don't hesitate, even if I choose not to show that in the video. You got this. Cool, so bringing it in, last little piece. This is where the legs get a little more active. Lift it up. Ready? Length, fingertips can stay down. You're forward and back. 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Coming forward, you're going to move back into child's pose again. So I'm going to set my pillow aside and I'm going to go for really wide knees for a short time and let the arms reaching through this. And I'm going to feel into the shoulders just briefly. So if you peek my way, I'm actually going to turn the thumbs up. And the thumbs are facing up, and then I bow my head into that. And then if your shoulders want to, one more step is to turn the palms up a little bit more. Bow your head and take a breath in there. And then turn the palms down, walk your hands back. Nice. So now I'm going to turn my body sideways. You can stay in whatever direction you want, but I want to be able to show what's next. It's called the shoulder reach. So I'm going to take one hand back, the other one is going to reach like this. And I turn the palm up, just like we were practicing a moment ago. Maybe my hips are more lifted, but you can play with this one. Drop the head down, tuck through the tailbone, lengthen. A let the weight of your head gently stretch that shoulder. Wiggle the fingers slightly. Stay here for just a breath or two. And then easing that up and feel out the other side. And then lift up out of that. Nice. So we're going to come forward into a low plank and make our beautiful low plank very strong. So your knees stay down for this one. You shift the hips, hands under the shoulders. Pull your core in. We're making our way down to the ground, and I just want to start here and stay here for about 2 deep breaths. And so this is something you can begin to practice if you don't feel like you have a lot of strength. It is nice to practice with the knees down and just be patient with yourself. But when you lower, you practice bringing your elbows in towards your waist. Okay, so I'm going to lower slowly down and then lengthen. So see, I want to get in the screen here. Make sure when you make your way down, shake your hips out. Lift your body up into a little back bend of Sphinx. Let the legs reach long. So I'm going to start here. And I want to do a little bowing into the Sphinx. Okay, so let's see how to explain this. Let your head relax down. So you do a little bowing. And at the same time, I want you to pull your lower abdominal muscles up slightly. So a little exhale will help. Bowing down, lifting up through your core. So now can you keep your core strong and lift back up into the Sphinx? And deep breath here, drawing through, lengthening. Good. So now let's lower down, turn one hand nice and solid, and we're going to reach back for one foot. Whatever foot comes to your hand first, whatever side happens, reach back. Nice. I'm going to turn my eyesight down towards my arm. Lengthen through that quadricep. Deep breath into the ground. Then there's a wonderful option. Feel the activity in that foot that you're holding and begin to push that foot back into your hand and use it to lift up. Deep breath. And then draw it down again. See if your knee's okay with this. Okay, please release it if the knee is talking to you too much and is not happy here. Okay. And then releasing that, shake the hips out for a moment, switch legs. Lower down, maybe you want to bring the leg a little more to the midline. Feel this deep lengthening stretch. And then use the foot back there. Like wiggle the toes, feel the activity of it, and begin to press it back into your hand and lift up higher. Deep breath here. And then lower down and draw it in. And then release. Good. Let's practice our cobra. So, and you can always replace the cobra with a Sphinx anytime you want. So I'm going to bring the hands back below the shoulders and then even back a little bit more. I'm going to see in this position, can I draw my core muscles up first? So pull the belly button up off of the ground, take a deep breath, exhale. Now practice lifting up into your little back bend, drawing the elbows down, lifting, drawing yourself forward, and then folding back into child's pose. So allow the child's pose to stretch that lower back, lengthen. And now we'll move up into our one downward dog of this sequence. So spread the fingers, lifting up, head bows between the arms. Draw the shoulders down the back. then lower your knees down. Shifting back. I'm going to do one more back bend, and this is even a little higher than the cobra. It's more like an upward dog heading in that direction. So I just shift my hips forward and let the shoulders roll back and down and lift my body up tall. You could even lift your knees up off the ground if that feels okay. Take a deep breath there. And then take it on back. How are your wrists doing? And now walk your hands back, making your way up to seated. So bring the legs out front, grabbing onto your pillow if that is something you like to use. I'm going to practice the cross-legged stretch. So one leg is in front, whatever comes natural first, and then we'll cross the other leg in front. I can feel my knee talking to me a little bit here, so I'm shifting my legs out so I'm in a comfortable place for myself. Good. Sorry, taking me a moment here. Always listen to your body. So now with that first cross, you're going to walk your body forward, testing it out. Maybe a little rock side to side, and sometimes you find that this is more than enough. And feel free anytime some pose or stretch does not suit you, come out of it and just kind of situate it into a different stretch that makes you happy. There's no challenge here. It's not meant to push you into a place that you're not happy. Challenge only if you want it. Just trying to think how to put that, because some people really appreciate the challenges that come along. I'm going to switch legs and see how the other side feels. Take a moment to kind of set it up. I've always noticed when I've been in yoga classes that this cross-legged stuff is a lot easier than other people. I've also noticed when I teach stretch class and other kind of classes, sometimes this cross-legged can be so hard. Whatever your life has been doing in your hips and legs, whatever. Sometimes sports and high activities can give you a lot of tightness in the hips. So patience. Changing up your practice anytime. Okay. Awesome. So now I have one more movement I would like to do with you. So you stay seated. Sitting as tall as you can. Tipping your head to one side, reaching the arms. So reaching the other arm away. And then inhale up, exhale it over into your side bend, and peek down and look at the hand on the ground. And then up. Deep breath here. Now keep tipping like this, and then slowly bring that arm back down, keeping that tip of your body. Careful, take a moment, and then let that arm that's reaching slowly guide you back up. How'd that feel? And then one more side. Inhale up, exhale over. Looking down, I forgot to say this, looking down to the hand on the floor. And then turning up. Keeping the tip of your body. Slowly take the arm out of it. Feel the reach through the neck, down the arm. Careful, careful. And then make your way up. Good. Last little thing I want to do is read something to you, my little gratitude poem that I have here. One that I love and I share from time to time. So stick with me, it's very short, very short. It's called Embrace the World. May light be born anew in me and you. May peace reign within our hearts and gratitude frame our days with gladness and with joy. May each one of us awaken to the truth and allow the universe to use us, hearts, hands, minds, and prayers, united to embrace the world. And so with that, namaste. Thank you so much.